The air wasn't just heavy with rain, it was bleeding. The kind of thick fog and damp asphalt that smells like destruction before the lights even go out. This wasn't just a MotoGP sprint race. This was a neighborhood being reclaimed. A turf war, a backyard brawl where the king came back with blood in his teeth. Marc Marquez didn't line up today. He crouched, like a tiger in the tall grass, and when the lights dropped, he pounced. Let's break it down. The setup, Bezzecchi's rise, Marquez's storm. Marco Bezzecchi had something to prove. First front row on the Aprilia factory machine. First time he stood beside legends with nothing between him and the first corner but wet air and destiny. That Noal rocket underneath him, sculpted by sweat and heartbreak, was screaming with potential. But here's the thing. Bezzecchi was rising in a storm. And in that storm, there was only one force of nature, Marc Marquez. Pole position in the wet, fire start, and then chaos. Turn 1, Marquez overshoots. Most men would have bled out right there. But Marquez isn't most men. That mistake, it didn't break him. It activated him. And behind him, a forest of names. Quartararo, Di Gianantonio, Acosta, all hungry, all thinking this might be the day, all dead wrong. Lap by lap, the tiger awakens. Lap 1, Bezzecchi takes the lead, explodes off the line like the Aprilia was possessed. Behind him, Franco Morbidelli launches like a madman into second. Quartararo's in the hunt. Marquez from the front drops back to fourth. The conditions? Apocalypse. The tires? Fighting the track more than the rivals. Lap 3, Franco crashes. A violent spin into the turn 8 gravel. His second crash of the day. Body bouncing, bike cartwheeling, done. Lap 5, Acosta drops out of contention, spears off, rejoins in 10th. His gloves are wet, his eyes wild. He thought he could run with the Sharks. Turns out, he was chum. Marquez now in P3, hunting Quartararo, hunting Bizeki, hunting something deeper than just positions. Revenge. Quartararo, El Diablo meets the devil himself. Fabio had seen Marquez's mistake. Maybe he thought it was enough. Maybe he believed today was Yamaha's reckoning. He was wrong. Halfway point. Quartararo's ahead, smooth lines, tactical mind, holding second behind Bezzecchi, and then comes that sound. Not the roar of the crowd, not the scream of the engine, the voice of destiny. Through goes Marquez. And he did. He ripped past Quartararo with the fury of a warlord. El Diablo got devoured. That Yamaha didn't stand a chance. Wet track, no grip, and Marquez treating it like a dry Sunday cruise. Fabio tried. He really did. But you don't manage Marquez. You don't contain him. You get out of the f***ing way. Bezzecchi's Aprilia dream becomes a nightmare. Bizeki, still up front, started strong. The Aprilia factory squad finally had a warrior on the front row and a tiger behind the bars. He pulled a gap, almost 4 seconds, looked unbeatable. But behind him, in the smoke and spray, something was coming. Something Spanish. Something bloody. Sector 3, the gap starts melting. 3.2 sec, 2.1 second, 1.3 sec. You could feel it, like a shark approaching the cage. Bezzecchi's pitboard flashes red. Lap after lap, the time vanishing like mist. The Aprilia's rear tire crying, the rider's nerves breaking. And then, the final lap. That final lap, blood on the asphalt. 4 corners in and Marquez is there, like he teleported. The gap? 0. Bezzecchi's breathing into his helmet, trying to block out the panic. But Marquez doesn't wait, doesn't think, doesn't ask. Turn 1, inside line, wet as hell, Bezzecchi's defending. But through goes Marquez. Not a clean move, not a friendly one. This wasn't a handshake, it was a headbutt. Turn 2, Bezzecchi tries the switchback, outside line, full throttle. He wants it back, but he never had it. Turn 3, the Ducati screams. Marquez screams louder. Turn 4, it's over. The Aprilia buckles, the white leathers disappear in the spray, and the announcer chokes out a sentence that will live forever. And Marc Marquez takes his 10th sprint win of the season. No one in history has ever done that. Post-race fallout. Welcome to the graveyard. Let's get something straight. Nobody has ever done what Marquez just did. 10 sprint wins, half a season, and not just wins, massacres. He came from 4th. He ate a 4-second gap. He ran over a factory Aprilia like it was parked. He passed Quartararo like he was waving him through traffic. Bezzecchi? Shattered. First front row for Aprilia, and he gave it everything. But it wasn't enough, the Aprilia sang. Marquez screamed. Quartararo, respectable third. But in this kind of war, medals don't mean shit. You either win or you bleed. Fabio bled. Di Gianantonio, educated. Acosta, humbled. Cold coffee and pitboards. There's this moment, late in the race. Pitboard flashes plus 1.2 mark. The message? He's coming. Bezzecchi looks. Maybe he doubts. Maybe he believes he's got it covered. But Marquez doesn't read boards. He sends messages and overtakes. Every time that gap shrunk, he was saying one thing: hold my beer. Bizeki tried, but it was like trying to hold back a flood with a spoon. That bike under Marc was screaming for mercy, and he told it. Shut the fuck up, we're not done. Desmo screams, Marc smiles. Ducati isn't made for this kind of abuse. Wet track, full send, no forgiveness. But Marc doesn't ride bikes, he conquers them. The engine was howling, the tires were melting, and Marc was smiling. After the flag, he rolls into Parc Fermé and says, I was not feeling good after eating everyone for breakfast. You want to talk gangster? That's the line. That's the king. That's the era. Revenge Era, Chapter 10. What this really means is this is no longer a championship. This is a mass execution. 11 weekends left. Championship almost done. They're not racing anymore. They're surviving. No one includes Marc in strategies now. Including him is suicide. You leave him out. You pray for mechanical failure. You hope lightning hits him. Because if he's upright, you're toast. Tomorrow's race? It's already over. They just don't know it yet. Final thought. The OG in the rain. Marquez in the wet isn't just fast. He's biblical. He made a mistake on lap 1 that would have ended anyone else's day. Instead, it began his. He hunted from fourth. He carved Bezzecchi off the map. He told Quartararo to dream on. He took a screaming Ducati and screamed louder. And he made history. Again. So the next time someone says Marc Marquez is past it, show them this race. Show them this day. Show them what it looks like when a tiger returns to his jungle. Sachsenring, Saturday, July 12th, 2025. Through goes Marquez, and from here on out, there's no more competition. There's just the countdown. To title number 9, to revenge, to legacy. Winter is coming, and Marquez is the storm.